Well, hello and welcome to Live Life Driven. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all the comments I received from last week. Justin Ferriton was on the show last week, and if you haven't gathered, he's in law enforcement. And, rather passionate about his job and what's going on right now in his world. He lives in California part-time and Montana the other part of the time, trying to raise a family out here. And, I feel for the men in blue, and I feel for our military and everybody out there that's trying to make this country safe and sound. And there's a lot of agendas against them. So my prayers go out to them, and I hope that they remain strong and true to what they do. I know that, yes, there's a couple bad apples out there, but there's a lot of incredible people doing the job that they do. So I am appreciative for them. I just got off the phone with my business partners, people that I love dearly and have become a part of my life since the beginning of this year. And they're part of something called Better World Trust. And their mission is to make the world a better place and create a perpetual bank of opportunities. And I just love that notion, and I feel so blessed to be involved with something like that and to be working with people of that caliber. And it really is the perfect foundation for a Live Life Driven show and what I believe to be what's happening in our world right now, and specifically just in the United States. There's such a hard movement on both sides of the aisle that have just become so disappointing as an everyday American here on the 4th of July, trying to celebrate my independence and what's important to me. And I just want to remind everybody what is important to me, and that is God, my family, my wife, my 2 little girls, my 15 farm animals on this funny farm up here in Montana, my family, my friends, my business colleagues, and the people that I can help in the world and around me in these communities. And I just want to take a minute to talk about not only making the world a better place, but how about focusing on making your own community a better place and doing what you can locally. We watch the news. I'm trying more and more not to get wrapped up into the news. I've done great with keeping the TV off, even better with not getting wrapped up into too many heavy debates, but I still get sucked into social media to see what's going on out there. And it just becomes disappointing. And the one thing that I've realized is that there's some movements out there that are very, very vocal. And I just don't agree with their positioning. I'm a firm believer in all people matter, and specifically in my own community, all Americans matter. And I'm not taking away from the fact that one ethnicity matters less than the other, because we are all important in society. We all contribute to who we are as Americans. And when people they travel here to the United States, they see an eclectic mix of people that have migrated here from around the world for a couple hundred years now to become the United States of America. And when I see that flag out in front of my house that I fly every day of the year, that I'm so proud of, I think about America, the people, and who we are and how we've come together. When I lived in California, I could drive down to the local donut shop, and usually, somebody from a foreign country. My particular one, there was a man from Japan that ran that donut shop, and then I can go to the grocery store and find somebody else from a different ethnicity working the register, and then I do business with people in Mexico. And it's just one of the things that makes the United States so incredible, is that we are a blend of incredible backgrounds and people that bring different things to society. The foods that we eat, the music that we listen to, the clothes that we wear are all contributed from people around the world that have come here to the United States. And there's oppression in every ethnicity, whether it was in their own country or here in the United States. And I just can't get behind something that focuses on only one ethnicity and not all of us, because, we could all use a hand up. And that's what I'm here to say is I think that as we celebrate our independence today, and happy 4th of July, I hope you're making the most of it. I hope that the political agendas haven't pushed you into seclusion in your home so you feel that you can't do anything but sit in front of the TV. And if that's the case, go outside, enjoy the outdoors. Hopefully you've got a beautiful summer day like we do up here in Montana. And if not, sit in your garage and look out into the rain or whatever you've got going on, but please, please enjoy your independence and what America's created for and from. And, just don't get wrapped up in the politics. I saw something that was, I just don't understand how in California on KTLA News last night, and this is a repost, so if I'm wrong on this, please call me out on it if this wasn't accurate, but it was a screenshot of the TV. It says, coronavirus pandemic, California latest. Over 246,000 cases, 6.3% positivity rate, 56% increase in hospitalizations. And then it says, avoid parties, gathering, fireworks shows, etc. But then it says, protests still allowed, Governor Gavin Newsom. I don't get that. How can we not do all those other things, but you can still go out and protest? So, I'm going to try to understand what some of this means, but at the same time, I'm going to know my own truth and what I can do here. I just heard a wonderful story about the Navajo Nation and the Trail of Tears, and I'm going to do some research on that because up here in Montana, we live around a lot of American Indians, and I want to start making a difference where I live and giving a hand up. So my message for today is live your life driven, go out and do something positive, create some goodwill and momentum in your own towns, your own societies, but also look for ways that you can give a hand up. A lot of the verbiage I'm using today is from Diane and Paul Garrett, and I want to thank them very much for their influence on my life, but also just from my own opinions and the things that I'm hearing and really how I feel. So enjoy your 4th of July. Thanks for listening in. This is a super short show, but I just wanted to push out a message of positivity for the 4th of July. I'm going to go out and do all those things that we're allowed to do up here in Montana and shoot off some fireworks, do some barbecue, have some good neighborly fun out in front of our house. We don't really have the pandemic up here, and I'm sorry for the rest of the country that has it worse than we do. We're just in one of those fortunate places. So live your life driven. Do your research. Get out there. Know your own truth. Don't believe what you see on the media. Research it. See what it actually says, because there's a lot of stuff out there I have a hard time believing from both sides of the fence, from all media outlets, and I'm spending a lot more time researching things so that I can be educated and know my own truth. So thank you for listening. I look forward to your comments and feedback. Happy 4th of July, everybody. I've got some really killer guests coming up on my The Answer is Yes podcast, especially this week for our 100th show. Look forward to having you all tune in. Enjoy your 4th of July.
Yeah. And times are changing everywhere. Do we dream and do we dare? It's up to you. The door is open wide. Feel the rhythm of today. Learn the part and join the play. The world is here. Let's take it for a ride. Hey, you could be larger